How you doing? Kieran here again. I'm just going to give you a couple of SEO tips, 5 in all, that I'm going to talk you through with regard to optimizing your estate agent website. So we're going to jump straight into it. Tip one, number one, a lot of websites already are mobile responsive, but from my research and talking to customers, still a lot of estate agents do not have a mobile responsive website. In this day and age, your website must be mobile responsive. Google actually ranks websites that are mobile responsive higher, and the reason you want it to be mobile responsive is for a better user journey, so that anyone visiting your website sees the information that they're looking for very easily, get a higher ranking. Okay, tip number two, a page for each service. From my experience, a lot of the estate agents that I've been working with before I started working with them, they had only one page on their website to show the list of services that they offered. This is sort of not really what we need to be working on. We need to sort of decide to put multiple pages for each service. The benefit of this is that each service then gets to rank on Google. It puts more of a focus on selling your business rather than the properties. At the moment, most of your properties are actually coming from, inquiries are coming from the likes of Daft and My Home. So anyone that does visit your website, they're people that potentially could be using your services from the point of view of being a seller or a landlord. So make sure that you give them as much information as possible so that when if they're thinking about using your services, they're well informed. They know who you are, what you do, and how to contact you. Okay, so that's it. Multiple pages, a page for each service. Tip number three, I'm going to put it up here, is just SEO each property. Okay, estate agents are in a very unique position in the fact that they can actually, they're regularly producing content for their website. Anytime they put up a property, this is new, fresh content that they can do, they get for their website. We've got a great opportunity here now to make sure that we actually search engine optimize each of these properties. Most of my clients are on a WordPress system. That means that they get the Yoast plugin installed. And the Yoast plugin is fantastic. It's sort of, you can use a traffic light system to then to make sure that all your different points are green, and it's sort of like each one of these you can sort of work off with regard to the amount of content that you've got in it, your meta descriptions, your title descriptions, keyword density, inbound, outbound links, making sure your phrases are in the URL. Having all these in it will definitely get you a higher ranking. Can be a little bit strategic about what keywords you use and how you can actually then add on to the keywords that you've already got in a different form and give you a higher ranking. Great content. Tip number four, produce great content. You are already in a lucky position with your estate agent website that you are that you're putting up properties on your website. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to start creating a blog on your website. This is the extra content that will give you the edge over your competitors. My tips for blogging are to create regular, useful content. Useful content, I would say, is sort of information that maybe buyers that might need to make a more informed decision about using a particular agency. And the more informed the buyer are, the more they're going to like you, and they appreciate getting something for free, and there's a better chance that they will give you a business going forward. When you're blogging as well, also make sure to optimize for the search engines. For example, if you're doing valuations, make sure that you're creating good content about valuations. Don't just create one piece. Create multiple pieces of content, and then make sure that when you've created this great content, tell people about it. Put it up on the social media channels. Tip number five, social media channels. If you don't have your social media channels, make sure you set them up. All this extra content is just creating more news stories about your business. So you need to tell people about it. You need to build up your own audience. And what we say with decide which social medias you're going to use, which ones you're more comfortable with, which ones your audience are on. Make sure to use them. So that's it. That is my 5 tips on how to SEO your property estate agent website. If you have any questions, drop me an email, comment below, let me know what you think. Thank you very much.